Hey, this is a shout out to my man Scott Nutter. Today, I'm gonna walk into Lowe's and show you guys exactly what you need to buy to fix up your lawn in Texas. All right, here we go. Show you what kind of weed killer you need. So this is Roundup. Roundup is obviously the best, but you don't use this in your lawn. If you want to kill everything, you use Roundup. This is the cheap version. This is the knockout. If you ever need to get rid of weeds in your driveway, use this one because this is a lot cheaper. Okay, and then this one right here. Okay, this has got all of your weed killer, and it's also got the crabgrass killer, and it'll get rid of all of your sedges, your yellow nutsedge, your spurge, a lot of different things. It's got quinclorac in there, and this one is the concentrate. So for you in Texas, you definitely want this because you guys have a lot of sedges down here. Okay, so a lot of these fertilizers have the crabgrass pre-emergent in it. You don't want that because the crabgrass pre-emergent, if you put that down in the spring and you're trying to plant new grass seed, it's going to keep your new grass seed from growing. What you want is right here. This is called Turf Builder Lawn Food, okay? Now this little bag here will probably treat about 5,000 square foot. The average lawn is about 8,000 square foot, so you're gonna need 2 of these. Now my recommendation for you in Texas is that you use 3 of these. Okay, and on the back, it'll tell you exactly what's in it. Okay, this is a 3204. 32 is your nitrogen, 0 is potassium, or 0 is your phosphorus, and 4 is your potassium. So this is, you want a lot of potassium in your Texas lawns. Okay, so if you look at sprayers when you come to Lowe's, this is what you're gonna be looking at. Okay, I've tried this one right here before. This is a little. What is this, a 1 gallon sprayer can? It's not any good. This is made by Chapin. Normally Chapin's a very well brand, not any good. Again, Chapin, not any good, not any good. These ones here work pretty good. These are $65. That'll get you 4 gallons. That's a pretty good one, okay? The one that I recommend is this one, which is a 4 gallon as well. So if you have a lawn care business, you definitely want to use this one here. But this right here, this is the way to go if you're just getting started. You can use these for lots of different things, you know, your insect control, different like around the house treatments to do like 1 to 2 yards and whatnot. But Scott, this is the one that I recommend for you to get because it's got a very high quality pump, it's got a very long handle and a very nice wand. You'll be able to reach right down to the ground with that one. And this is $29, so this is definitely what you should get. So I wanted to show you the topsoil in here. There's many different types of topsoil that you can get. A lot of them have got like they're either a preen, you know, like preen for your mulch or whatnot. That'll have weed killers in them and that sort of thing. But I want to show you this right here. This is just your basic topsoil. Okay, this is a 40-pound bag. All right, you don't need anything fancy for your lawn. Just get something really basic. Why I recommend this is because in your lawn, after you get rid of all of your weeds, you're going to have a lot of areas that are going to be very barren. And if you have clay or if you have sand, it's going to be really hard to get grass to grow there. So I recommend pick up about 20, anywhere from 20 to 50 of these things. And these things are $1.65 a bag. Okay, so they're a little bit of an investment. They're $1.65 a bag, but just start with like 20 bags. And everywhere you think you've got a bare spot, just take the bag and you just cut it, and you dump a pile, and you just rake it out, just smooth it out in that area, and then put your grass seed down on top of that, and you'll be able to really fill in your lawn very quickly by doing that. This is one of my favorite sections, is more fertilizer. This right here This right here is a great spreader, okay? It's 222 bucks. Let me show you this thing. All right, so why I like this is it has rubber wheels on it, so you'll really be able to get through a lot of bumps in your yard really well. It's got nice grippy handles. And it's got the hood on it so you can put fertilizer out even when it's raining. And then it's got this screen so that way if you do get big clumps of fertilizer, they'll get caught by this and you can toss them away, okay? So there's that. All right, good. Let's go down here. Well, like, whenever you're looking at fertilizer, you're always looking at that number right there, 2804. The higher this number, that means the more nitrogen there is. And I always recommend you use granular fertilizer. If you're getting it from like Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards, it'll always be granular. So, but you want this number to be very high. 28 is a good number. Okay, here's some really basic stuff. Some 12, 12, 12. This is not going to get your lawn very green, but it's got a lot of phosphorus in it, so this makes a great, like a starter fertilizer for new seed. Yep. Okay, now here's the most overlooked or underappreciated thing in lawn care. Anytime I do a soil pH test, I can always tell you that the soil is very acidic in most lawns, and you need lime. Now this stuff here, that's actually gypsum. Okay, yeah, the gypsum is really expensive. It's 11 bucks. But the lime right here is $3.48 a bag. Now, typically, you need about 15 to 20 pounds of this product per 1,000 square foot on your line to do a corrective repair. So I would recommend, let's see, these are each 40-pound bags. Okay, let's see. So I would recommend probably 5 to 6 bags of this on a standard lawn in a neighborhood. 5 to 6 bags, not 1, not 2, 5 to 6. Okay. When you're putting down new grass seed, basically you're going to want to rake up those areas that are bare, because you've gotten rid of all the weeds in those areas. You put down your topsoil, you put down your seed. Now you're going to need some fertilizer. I've kind of shown you a few of those ones. The Scott's Turf Builder with no weed killer is the best. They also sell these little bags of starter fertilizer, okay? These are $11.48 a bag. You don't need this, okay? This is, let's see, the analysis on this bag is a 24-25-4. So that means that the phosphorus is huge in this, okay? What I have found is that the more phosphorus you put on your lawn, the better it grows. Now, a lot of places don't like phosphorus because they have, it'll spill into waterways. If you've got like a lake behind your house or a stream, they don't want you to use this because of the high phosphorus. Being in Texas, they might not want you to use this. In Florida, you definitely can't use this. But my remedy for that is to use either something really basic like this 12-12-12, okay, or use that Scott's fertilizer that I showed you up at the very front. In fact, yeah, they've got some of it right here. Yeah. So basically, it's just basic turf builder. It's going to have a lot of nitrogen in it. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's a 3204, so it basically has no phosphorus in it whatsoever, but it doesn't have any weed killer, okay? Remember, if you get a fertilizer with crabgrass killer or a weed killer in it, your new seed will not live, okay? So you can use a basic fertilizer with no weed killer and you can still get new seed to grow. All right, so as a recap, number 1, you're going to want to get your weed sprayed. So you get your sprayer, you get your weed control, and make sure you read the label because you may need like 4 gallons or 4 ounces per gallon or 6 ounces per gallon or even 10 ounces per gallon, depending on you have to read the label. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, you're going to get some topsoil, you're going to get some seed, and you can't put your seed down right away. You have to wait about 6 weeks to put your seed down. But you can go ahead and prep the soil with your topsoil if you want to, or you can wait for your seed. Okay, so then number 3, you're going to put down your fertilizer. Okay. Remember, like I said, you're going to use like a starter fertilizer or a fertilizer that's a turf builder with no weed killer. All right. Now, in about a month and a half to 2 months, you're going to do a follow-up application with your crabgrass pre-emergent. Then you're going to do a third application before the summer heat hits, because we really want to help that newly established lawn to really grow and really thick before it gets too hot. So that's how you get your year started.
Okay, so one thing I completely forgot to mention is when you mix your water with your weed killer in your spray can, make sure to also include, buy like a $1 thing of dish detergent from your local dollar store or Dollar Tree. Get any scent you want, but I recommend lemon because lemon smells amazing. So what that's going to do is that's going to be what's called a spreader sticker. Okay, so when you spray the weed killer onto the plant, and basically you're going to pump up your hand can nice and tight, and then when you spray it, you don't have to soak the ground. All you're doing is just wetting the leaf blade on the grass and also on the weeds till they shine. Just put a nice little shine on them, and then because it has that soap in there, it's going to stick to the plant and leave like a soapy residue on the plant. So that way, even if it rains, it will not wash that weed killer off of that weed, and you'll be able to get it, maximum effectiveness from that weed killer. Because in the springtime, what do we always get? A lot of rain. So hope that helps, and we'll talk to you later.